Unlock your potential today at skillbakery.com.
In my previous lecture, we saw how to integrate authentication using GitHub and OAuth. But here you can see that we are still able to retrieve all the messages that we have in our Supabase messages table, whether we are logged in or not. So in this one, we will be making few changes so that only logged in users can see this content. And to do that, we will have to introduce a new column in our messages table. Let's call that new column as user ID. So here I'll click on plus, and then I'll provide the column name as user_ID. The type of this column is going to be UUID. And here you can see it says default value. We'll leave it to null right now. And over here it says foreign keys. We will have to add a foreign key, and this is going to come from the auth schema. The Supabase users table will be used over here. So scroll down a bit and you'll be able to see auth users, and here the user ID column is going to be mapped to the ID column. Now once we have done this, we will click on save over here. So the foreign key relationship has been established. Under constraints, we will have to ensure that allow nullable is set to false, but for now we will be allowing it because we need to fill in the empty rows for the existing messages. So here we'll go ahead and click on save, and this is going to introduce a new column in our messages table called user_ID. Now from where we will get these values for this particular user ID? Now as you can see that I'm logged in, and if I go to authentication, so you can access authentication just below database, and here you can see my logged in UID is presented over here. I can go ahead and simply copy it out by clicking on copy. So this has been copied now. Go back to the table, right click and say edit row, and here I can go ahead and provide the user ID value. So this is the first row that I'm updating, and then I can do the same for the next row as well. And here you can go ahead and provide that value. Click on save one more time, and these two values have now been updated in the messages table. What I can do next is go back and edit the column and uncheck this allow nullable. Click on save. So this way the user ID column will always have a value and it will never be null. Now the next thing that I need to do is update the authentication policy or row level security. So here I'll click on auth policy, and you can see that we already have this policy applied, allow users to read messages. If I click on this, I need to edit this one, and to edit it, what I'll do is here I'll change from none to authenticated. So if I go ahead and select authenticated, you will see over here if I remove it, it will be defaults to all. So here now I'm changing it to authenticated, and here I can say allow signed in users to read messages. Everything remains as is, and let's click on save policy. Now here, whatever changes were required, we have done that. Over here in our code, we still need to make few changes because we have updated the schema of the Supabase messages table. And for that, let's close the application for now. And here, run this command npx supabase gentypes TypeScript, and then update the db types.ts file. Press enter. And now if you open up dbtypes.ts file, you'll see the jumbled up data that we need to remove. And once that has been done, we are now having the user ID column as well as part of the schema. So that is now updated. What we can do next is run the application one more time. And for that, we'll be running the command npm run there, press enter, and let's launch it in browser now. So here, as you can see, we are not getting any results at all. If you find the video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe.